What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Kenny All-Star here, live from Sheffield at the JD flagship store at Meadowhall. Got a jam-packed show for you. All-star lineup, none other than Tony the Bomber Bellew, next-gen star Anthony Fowler, and of course the man of the moment, Bramall Lane, 30,000 strong, Kell Brook, the hometown boy. This is what's going to go down. This is the home of boxing. It's JD Undisputed and Kenny All-Star. Let's get this show on the road.
My uncle used to take me to the lane when I was a young kid, and I can remember him telling me, you know, one day you will fight here and you will defend the world title here.
And I think Joshua Klitschko was one of the defining moments of the sport.
I want to be world champion one day, and I really believe I can do it.
Got longer arms, got a nice strider.
Kell, how are you warming up for this Saturday then?
I feel on top of the world.
Yeah.
I know this fight's going to be very, very tough. Yeah. That added pressure being in Sheffield.
Yeah.
But I always perform better under pressure, so I'm just excited to lock horns and give the fans such an exciting fight.
Yeah, and what is it like warming up to be the hometown guy? Like, is there a hometown advantage that you're taking in, or are you trying to put that to the side and you're just focused?
Seeing and hearing the crowd gives you that energy walking out. You're so alert, cat-like reactions, sharp.
Now, Tony, can I just bring it straight onto you? I mean, you got the advantage of fighting at Goodison Park.
You'd rather have 20,000 for you than 20,000 against you. Kell, it won't really, in all honesty, it ain't really going to make a difference, because when Kell and Errol lock horns in the centre, it's going to come down to who's the better fighter and who wants it most, and I believe that will be Kell Brook. It'll just be an amazing night. The thing is, soak up the atmosphere. It'll be unbelievable. And it's just going to be another Kell Brook victory, in my opinion.
It's the Tony Bellew went over to Special Case Training Camp. Let's check out what happened.
I am here in Fuerteventura at the Fuerte gym in conjunction with the Ingle gym to see how Kell Brook is getting on for his mega clash with Errol Spence Jr. Come in and follow me and see how Kell Brook's preparations are going on. Kell, tell me, how has camp gone?
Camp's gone very well. Always nice to get out here in the heat. You know, the gym's just 2 minutes away from where we're stopping, so we train, we rest, we eat. You know, it's perfect.
Is there anything you've done different in this camp that you've done in the past?
I'd probably say I've been doing a lot more cycling, long cycles and endurance training. Been having bigger guys spar week, you know, Jamie Cox, the super middleweight, you know, John Ryder, Craig Cunningham, you know, so 3 different sparring partners all coming at me. Obviously, I know that this Spence is a tough guy, so I put myself through it in training.
What are the other benefits you feel from being in Winterbank and being in Fuerteventura?
You know, I think first of all, the heat, like I said, the heat out here, it's harder, you know, training, you know, with 3 strong different sparring partners, or running around the track, or anything you're doing out here. You know, the heat drains you and takes it out of you.
All the pressure is on you, yes, you're at home, but he's going in there to achieve his dream and you're going to stop him. How are you going to impose your game plan on his?
There's going to be many things what's going through his mind. You know, last time he came to England, he lost in the Olympics. You know, our fans, it's different to the American fans as well. You know, it's his big chance. It's his first time challenging for a world title. He's going to know real quick in the fight. He's going to feel it firsthand that, you know, he's in with a champion.
So Bramall Lane, outdoors, football stadium, an amazing atmosphere. How will that be different for you from the usual Sheffield arena?
You know, my uncle used to take me to the lane when I was a young kid, and I can remember him telling me, you know, one day you will fight here and you will defend the world title here. My uncle Johnny. So you know, there's a lot of pressure in this fight, but I love pressure because it makes me perform better.
I'd say you're living it. I'll go finally now on what do you think is the prediction for this monster fight, and how do you see it unfolding? Is it a knockout? Is it a points?
I think we're both going to get hurt in this fight. You know, I do. I think it's going to be the fight of the year. It's going to be definitely a candidate for that. You know, but I'm always looking for a knockout, always. A points win, a knockout, whatever comes, as long as I get the win, that's all what matters, Tony.
he's in the best shape he's been in for a long time. And seeing him out there and the way he was focused and just ready to do a job, it was great to see.
So, Kell, why did you decide to not train in Sheffield?
Less distractions. When I'm here, I've got to open things up, got to do this, got to do that. You know, my missus, have kids, you know, you don't need it. You need to be focused. You need to have your mind on your job. Like you said, training camps are boring, but it helps with the heat and, you know, being focused, the runs, the cycling.
All right, so let's go into the biggest fight. April 29th, the world stopped. It was all about Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua. 90,000 strong at Wembley Stadium. Let's go through a little recap of what went down.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Anthony Joshua is going to be Anthony Joshua, and Vladimir Klitschko will be Vladimir Klitschko.
This is the biggest fight in British boxing history.
To the classiest build-up to this clash of the ages.
He started to celebrate when he knocked Klitschko down, then he went crazy trying to finish him off, and he blew his gasket. So many things he did in that fight impressed me in terms of his composure. You've got to remember, he's learning on the job. You know, he's still a relative novice.
You get up, get knocked down 8 times, you get up 9. That's what life's about.
What is next is another big fight, the Klitschko rematch, which I think is the favourite right now. You know, you've got Deontay Wilder, you've got Joseph Parker. But the plan is to become a worldwide star, not just to become a big star in Britain. And that does involve boxing in other territories, breaking down boundaries, whether that's Africa, the Far East, the Middle East, America. They're all markets that we need to be in.
April 29th is just another stepping stone towards greatness.
Tony, you had the pleasure of being ringside. What was it like? What was the atmosphere at Wembley?
Amazing, it really was. It's possibly one of the most exciting fights I've ever been to live. To see Anthony win in the way that he done it, because in the build-up I predicted that I thought he was going to win within the first 4, and I said if it went past 6, I didn't know how he was going to do it. Well, I didn't think he was going to do it, so to do it in the manner that he done it, against all the odds, it will go down as one of the greatest nights ever in British boxing history. A phenomenal night.
Now, Anthony, if I throw it over to you, I'm sure you were watching that fight thinking, you know, your time is going to come where you fight in Wembley Stadium.
Obviously, Josh was leading the way for the whole of the GB squad and the whole of British boxing as a whole. So I watched Joshua train week in, week out for years, and he's very, very focused. He's not big-headed or nothing. He's just very humble, goes to the gym, trains like we all do. We all train very, very hard, but Joshua's never been distracted. He's never got fame hungry or lost his focus, and I take a lot from that.
Now, last episode, Tony, we spoke about your bout with David Haye, of course, and how much that lead-up was very important at the O2. Now, the most important question on everybody's lips is obviously what's next for you. Eddie Hearn gave us a bit of a clue. Shall we play what Eddie said?
I talked with David Haye's team last night. He's recovering well from his injury, actually. You know, he's getting quite a lot of movement back, probably quicker than anticipated. And I think the rematch is probably the favourite out of everything at the moment. But there are fights with Parker, there are fights with Wilder, and he does want a shot at the heavyweight world title. But he also understands the size and the demand of Haye Bellew too. So I think we're probably about 3 or 4 weeks away from a decision. But he'll be back again. You know, both those guys, Joshua and Bellew, will be out sort of October, November, December time.
Tony, I see you whispering under your breath about Eddie consulting you before we played that. But anyway, let's talk about what's coming up for you. Any dream fights?
Dream fights? No, I wouldn't say that. I've lived my dreams in this game. I had my night at Goodison Park. That was the ultimate dream for me. I mean, that was just the icing on the cake, beating him. Nothing will ever touch Goodison Park or get even close ever again. So I have some fights that I want to continue to do. You know, I do like the sound of heavyweight champion of the world. Especially, you know, the little fat kid out of Liverpool. That would be an amazing achievement. Can I do it? I don't know.
We're going there already, Tony, are we? Earlier than usual.
This guy on me coattails whinging and crying for the rematch. So we'll see. We'll see. But he's going to dance to my tune this time if he wants to do it again, because let me tell you, I danced for him well and truly on that first one. I had to do so many different things. I'm surprised he didn't pull a pole out and ask me to give him a good dance for me. Well, he had that many demands. It was unbelievable. So we'll see. I'm telling you lies if I knew exactly what was next. But by looking at that video, Edward knows exactly what's up. So that's the first I've heard.
We picked the best clip though, didn't we?
You picked the best clip of that.
So, as you can see, all-star panel, 2 legends. We also have an up-and-coming boxing star on the panel by the name of Anthony Fowler. We also caught up with him at Dave Coldwell's gym. Let's check out what happened.
I started boxing when I was 11 and I've been national champion every year since I was 14. I've been #1 in the country for 12 years. In school, there was a lad in my class, he was a boxer, and he was like, come on the gym, and I was just like, I'm not doing nothing else. So I went down there and I just instantly enjoyed it, and within a year I was boxing for England. My style's always been to hit to head. I've always boxed like a pro. I've sparred pros since I was 18 and they've always said to me, you're made for the pros, and I didn't know what they meant until now. People think I've had no fights as a pro, but I've had 209 as an amateur, so I've learned my craft, and under Dave I'm going to learn so much more. He's done a lot for me in a short space of time. We've corrected a lot of faults. I've adapted to the professionals more. I'm not taking as many shots, I'm sitting back more, and I'm thinking more. I'm a cleverer fighter now, and my ambition is to go all the way, to be world champion, and to be like that since day one. Since I boxed for England at 13, I've always said I want to be world champion one day, and I really believe I can do it.
You all set?
Of course, mate. I've had a long 7 weeks. I'm glad to just fight now so I can get a week off. Hopefully, Dave lets me off for a week, but prep's gone great. I've had brain sparring, I've had brain coaching. My S&C's been top level, and I'm in great shape. So whoever I'm boxing Saturday's in for a hard night's work.
Wow, strong words. Tony, let me just quickly throw it over to you. Both from Liverpool, both obviously trained at the same gym. What advice would you give to Anthony on a build-up for his first pro fight?
I don't need to give him any advice because he's been round the world as an amateur. He's experienced so many things. He's done far better than I did as an amateur. He went to the Olympic Games. He's been to European World Championships and medalled at all the big amateur tournaments. My only thing I would say to him is enjoy Saturday night. Don't look for that week off, because I'm looking at his face. He's not going to give you it. And we come from very similar places. We come from tough backgrounds. Listen, when you're from where we're from, you're good at one of 2 things. You'd either tell jokes or you'd have a fight. It's quite obvious what we done growing up. So you just go in there on Saturday night and he'll do what he's going to do. He's a lovely kid who's got it all. The world at his feet. All he has to do is stay on it, stay focused, stay dedicated.
Kell, your first pro fight, what was going through your body when you stepped into that ring?
I was thinking, where's my head guard gone? And where's my vest? You know, and I'm fighting these guys. I fought this 35-year-old man, Peter Buckler, and I'm 18-year-old. I thought, he's got hairs on his chest, this guy. I think, what we're doing here? But yeah, we're nervous, like you said, losing the head guard and the vest. And I know, professional, this is it now. And I was dead nervous, but as soon as I got going, you know, I got into the groove of it.
Okay, so this is undoubtedly one of my favourite segments on the show. It's all about the press-up challenge. So we headed over to Joe Gallagher's Bolton stable to see if Callum Smith could beat Spider Richards. Let's hope he gets his technique right.
I am Callum Smith, and this is the JD Undisputed Press Up challenge. Don't show that one. Got longer arms, though, haven't I? It's harder.
from what we remember, Tony, better technique than Craig.
Don't even take that kid off the top, man. They weren't press-ups. They were like... There's a lot of children here, so I'm not going to say what they were, but they weren't press-ups. They just wasn't press-ups. So Joe Cordina's were press-ups. Joe Cordina's winning, man. Craig Richards was like doing the snake on the floor and stuff. It wasn't a press-up. Definitely not a press-up.
We are here in Sheffield Meadowhall. I wonder if anybody can do any press-up.
I know a man who could do more than 50.
Who, Tony?
I know a man who can do more than 50. I will bet anybody right now, I would bet £50 that Dave Caldwell could beat 54 press-ups in a minute.
54 in a minute. Round of applause.
He told me 100. Remember that?
Can I just say, Tony Bellew is in deep doo-doo when he gets back to that gym.
Yeah, I've got a bit of time yet.
He told me 100.
Get this fat backside on.
Told me 100 press-ups easy, should they?
Okay, I'm gonna get my phone out. See if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. He keeps on going. He's beaten Callum already.
Easy work, Dave. Easy work.
Easy work.
70.
70. Go on. I'll stop counting at 54.
80.
Oh. What? Oh, God. Technique's
Come on. Come on.
20 insurance kicks.
Come on.
The legs are shaking.
92.
94.
95.
Yeah.
Beast.
We need to amend that scoreboard, surely.
Told you, didn't I? What did I tell you? I told you I'd find someone. I'm not doing a session with him for a month.
Well, I'm not going to give you the 50 quid though, Tony, because you got more money than me. All right, cool. So,
how many was in that? And so you're number one, really, because I've told you I'm not accepting he's number one.
It's all about Saturday. Kell Brook, Errol Spence Jr., 30,000 plus, Bramall Lane, hometown advantage. Where seems like everyone in here is definitely supporting Kell Brook. If you're supporting Kell Brook, make some noise for Kell! I mean, I did tell you before on the way in, hometown advantage. Any last words for everyone in JD Meadowhall?
Let's see an unbelievable fight. I'm ready. Spencer's ready. Everybody watching is going to be in for a fantastic treat. Tune in. Tune in, be there. That's it. All I can say is there's going to be fireworks.
Thank you to the panel. Kell Brook, Anthony Fowler, Tony the Bomber Bellew, JD Undisputed, I'm Kenny All-Star. Make some noise,
Thank you.
Until next time, we're out.